lovely New TV viewers, welcome and thanks for joining us for a new episode of the Youth Cycle here on your favorite channel. With me, Princess McAfee. Setting goals for the future is a great way to focus your efforts and stay motivated. Whether they are personal, professional, or academic, clear goals can guide your decision and help you measure progress. Our topic of the day is the importance of setting goals. With me today are a wonderful lady and a gentleman. I'm with Ngozi Ikechukwu and Edwin Basil. You're welcome. You're very welcome. But before we go deeper into the discussion, let's watch this video together. The importance of setting goals is our topic of the day. I'll now give the floor to my guest to introduce himself. Miss Ngozi.
Okay, my name is Ikechukwu Ngozi by name. I am an educator. I just love to impact. I direct a school, Golden Center Academy, and I do lecturing by the side. Thank you.
Edwin.
Alright, so my name is Edwin, and I'm a student of Institute University of Lomé, IUN.
Okay, so my first question today will be, what does it mean to set a goal?
Okay, what does it mean to set a goal? First of all, I would like to define the word goal. What is goal? The word goal is just like you trying to achieve something, okay? It could be an ambition, a dream, you trying to achieve a particular objective or a targeted result. So what does it mean to set goal? It's more like you having a roadmap, okay? I want to use this roadmap to get to my destination. So it's like the steps, the active steps on how you want to achieve that desired outcome or that desired dream of yours. So how to define that goal and the steps involved in carrying out that particular dream of yours. That's what it means to set goals.
Edwin.
For me, I'll quote Jim Rohn. He's a Western author. And according to him, he said, set goals because of what they make you in achieving them. Because the greatest value in life is not what you get, but what you become. So I think he's trying to tell us that in the pursuit of goals, there are objectives to be realized. But then along the way, trying to realize these goals, you become a different person.
Yeah.
There are personal transformations that go on. You learn some etiquettes, you learn some competencies, such as it could be persuasiveness, it could be
perseverance, a lot of things.
So what are the steps? What steps can you take to make your goals achievable?
Okay, what are the steps to make your goals achievable? First of all, there's no beautiful goal. Okay, people can aspire to do beautiful things, but there's no perfect kind of goal. That's why you're dreaming about it. So I like to tell people to set SMART goals. It's an acronym. It should be specific. It should be measurable. It should be achievable. It should be relevant, and it should be time. It should have a time frame. Specific. It should be very clear that it doesn't bring confusion to you that is actually trying to achieve it. It should be measurable. That means it should have quantifiable criteria. Something, a tool that you can use to adjust when you know you're not balancing. For example, you want to take a walk for 30 minutes. The time there is like something that is measurable, achievable. It should be something that should, from your priority, what you like to do, it should be something that you can reach. okay, relevant. It should be something that when another ear hears it, it should be something that it is worth the while. And then time bound, this is where we have a lot of issue. Procrastination. It's always important that you set a time. If it is 1st of May, you should start 1st of May and have times when you adjust, okay, when you review yourself whether I'm making progress or not. That's how to, go about this. But
when setting those goals, there are difficulties. You can plan on, like, maybe I want to do this at the end of the year, but we are going towards the end of the year, but still you don't have the things, the tools you need to have to just.
That is why I advise people to assess their capacities, okay? In achieving goals or setting your goals, you should assess your capacity. What can I do? Like from childhood, I've always known that I love education. This is something I do with ease, okay? I could be very shy when I'm talking to people, but when I enter the classroom setting, I am that person who, I love to impact. So that alone is already my capacity. In as much as we love goals to stretch us, it is important that your goals stretch you, bring you out of that your comfort zone. It is also important for you to assess your capacities. What can I do? You should walk around that place. I think with that you can always face the fears when you come, because it's something you love. You don't feel like you've lost totally and all that. Yeah.
Well, I think first of all you should clearly define the goal. When you define the goal, it should be specified. There should be clarity in your definition of the goal. Then you create a plan. If your goal is long-term, you know that long-term goals should be divided into short-term goals.
Yes.
So a lot of short-term goals add up to a long-term goal. And at the end of the short-term goals, you review. You make sure that you're on track. Is there something you need to increase or decrease?
So how can you make sure that this goal you are going to set or you are going to achieve is realistic?
Okay, for you to know that the goal is realistic is, first of all, like he said, breaking the bigger goals into smaller goals. And then, like I said, assessing your capacity. If it is something, look at when you say, I want to be a millionaire. Everybody wants to be a millionaire. That's your goal. Is this something your capacity or your available resource? This resource could be human resource. It could be capital resource. It could be, your network. It could be your finance. Is this something that it can actually achieve at that time?
Yeah.
That said something that when I look at you, I know what you can aim for now. Okay, I know the kind of people you can have around you for now. So when you're saying you want to be this and it's not very realistic, that is not working with what you already have, then that goal is not realistic. So every goal should work with what you have at least around you, your present capacities. And then another thing is creating milestones. I tell people to create. It helps a lot. It's just like knowing what to do afterwards. Like he said, breaking down larger goals into smaller goals. If take for instance projects, I'll go with the students. You are writing a project. First of all, you need a research topic. You need your abstract, you need the background of the study, you need research objective, you need research. All these things are milestones to achieving the bigger picture. That is the project. You see, the way it's looking, when you are done with the project topic, you know that at least this thing is achievable. When you're done with the research question, the background, as you're hitting it one by one, it is looking achievable and it's looking more realistic. Okay, that's how to creating milestones that after this I'm going to this, after this I'm going to this, step by step.
Because some people can set goals that are not realistic. They know they don't have money to maybe buy a house or maybe build a house at the end of the year, but they are saying at the end of the year I want to build a house, and they end up not doing it, and they think maybe it's the environment they live in or someone who is disturbing them or doing something for them not to achieve that goal they set for themselves, but knowing very well in themselves that that goal is not that achievable or realistic. Edwin?
Well, I think if we were to determine how realistic a goal is, we should also understand that when setting a goal, you are giving away that part of your life. You are literally exchanging your life to attain that goal. So maybe we should try and ask ourselves whether the goal is it enough? Is it that of great value for you to give away that part of your life for, because you're giving away your time, your resources, and everything to the achievement of that goal. So maybe you should ask yourself, do I really want to exchange my life for this goal at this point in time? And I think if the answer is yes for you, then it's realistic enough.
Realistic enough. Okay. So why is it important for us to set a deadline for our goals?
Okay, it is important to set deadlines because naturally human beings have noticed over time that when time frame is attached to a particular thing, we tend to take that thing very important. Okay. So it increases prioritization. It makes you see importance and urgency to carry out that goal. Okay. Deadlines are very important because it will bring out the you that you don't even know you have in you. It will spark up one creativity in you, innovation, because you're trying to meet up with this deadline. And it also helps you to manage your time because now you're working with a particular time frame. So you're trying to work on that schedule. And if you manage it well, you notice you not get burnout, you not get worn out, you not get overstressed, because after this you know is this, because you're trying to hit a particular deadline. And lastly, it will also bring out this confidence in you, because now if they ask you, can you do this? Because you've done it before at a particular deadline, you can boldly say, yes, I can do this, because you've done it before in that particular. So it increases your priority for that thing. It brings out the urgency that needs to be, done, and bring out the accountability in you, so that you take accountability of achieving that particular bigger goal that you want to do. So it's a lot better.
Can you give us an example of a goal you set for yourself and you have a deadline for it, and it was realistic and achievable?
Okay, I think it was when I was still in school. I wanted to, save up some money, okay, for, I think, a particular thing. It was very, very urgent for me. So I gave myself deadline. I said, it's something I don't do on a normal day. I said I was going to save up to 100,000 when I was still in school, on or before the 1st of May. So I was trying so hard to put in the money, saving, and it was actually achievable, and I was able to do that course. Yes.
So where maybe you are giving the platform right now to talk to your students about this same topic or same issue that we are discussing today, what will you tell a student today
about the deadline?
The deadline, like how you end up achieving your goals and all.
It's something I can say. When you're a student, there's a particular time in your life when you feel depressed and all that. So deadline is more like you putting in, I can do this. Even if the time comes in, I am not going to fail. Okay, I can do this in a particular, just adding time to whatever you're doing. It's more like just putting a frame to what you already are doing. It's like taking a course on human resource management, and then you're putting in a time frame to it. From now, from July to August, I'm going to finish this particular course. So it's just like putting in more urgency. I can do this within this time. Just the only difference there is the time. Okay, the time that you are attaching to that particular goal that you want to do.
Okay. Edwin.
Like she said, it gives us a sense of urgency, and the sense of urgency keeps us on our toes. If not for the sense of urgency, if I set a goal today, I might decide to come and do something tomorrow, then maybe next week, maybe the next month, But then a sense of urgency gives you consistency. You are consistent with that goal. You are trying to meet up with the time frame. So it's important that we have time frames.
So, like I asked Ms. Ngozi, you have, let's say, you have an example to give us about a goal that you set for yourself and you are able to achieve it.
Well, there's a particular goal that I want to achieve. I want to graduate with a first class. So you see, my goal is very specified. And I have a limited time frame, because right from my admission to my graduation, I have to make sure that I get good grades. And that's a long-term goal. So I kind of divided it into short-term goals, which is my semester results. And after my semester results, I evaluate. Do I need to increase? Do I need to, is there something I need to increase or decrease? And hopefully I'll achieve it.
You achieve it, okay. Do you have, apart from school, do you have a goal that maybe last year or year before this year you set to yourself and you were able to achieve?
I wanted to learn a skill last year.
Okay, apart from schooling?
Yeah, apart from schooling. I wanted to learn a skill, and I got into it. I failed, but then you stand back up and you keep on going.
Yes.
Okay, what's that skill?
Cryptocurrency trading.
Why is it that young people today?
Yeah, there's a lot of money in trading. Right?
It's the future of money, because
yes,
in years to come, we won't be using the paper anymore. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, and all of those.
So how do you stay motivated while working towards achieving your goals? How can you stay motivated?
First of all, I've learned over the years to recognize myself when I have small wins. Okay, I try to appreciate myself in my little way. It's a thing that a lot of people do not do. When you set a goal and you are achieving it, try to recognize yourself. Okay, girl, you did this. Okay, maybe it could be something. Let's say you're trying, like he said, you're trying to come out with a first class degree. When you try with all the readings, and try to recognize that you did this yourself. Appreciate yourself. And over the years, I have learned to appreciate myself. It could be little reward of resting. Okay, when I stress myself throughout the week, I say, you have tried, then you take a rest. Okay, another thing again is looking at it from the aspect of surrounding yourself with people that think like you do. That affects a lot. You see, it helps me stay motivated. When you are encouraging me and he is encouraging me, and I have these people surrounding me, it helps me to stay motivated. Exactly. It helps me to stay. Then try to learn as well. I try to learn and relearn. I don't push things. That's how to stay motivated. When you see that it's not working, you calm down, see failures like an opportunity to learn instead of dying on it. I must be this and this must be this. No, try to relearn, unlearn, and you can do it.
It's like some people set a goal that I want to graduate to the first class, but they are sleeping in the house, not doing anything. God, I know you are a very big God. That at the end of the day, I'm going to graduate with the first class, and they end up maybe third class. Or thank you for coming.
You see, it happens a lot of times. Yeah, we could have big dreams like what he said about the first class, but when you see that you did not put enough work into, you will know. You will know when you put enough work to it. You will know. So when it's not actually coming in, don't kill yourself on it. Try to stay motivated. There are other things you could do that could also bring out the best in you. So that's it. Just surround yourself with good people that will motivate, like minds. That affects. It affects. Yeah.
Okay, Edwin.
In terms of keeping motivated or staying motivated in terms of long-term goals, I think we need to ask ourselves, why did I set the goal in the first place? Sometimes things get so complicated, so blurry that you forgot why you set the goal in the first place. So sometimes the motivation you need is why you started it in the first place. When you remember it, then you keep on going.
So let's say about you. You are a student, and your end point is to become a first class graduate. So let's say maybe you did everything well, and there's time now for them to award you with a certificate, and you end up not getting that first class you prayed for or you wanted to get. How will you feel?
I think I'll take, first of all, did I give it my all? Then if I give it my all, I'll take pride in the fact that I did my best. If my best didn't amount to what I wanted, I know that I did my best. I did it organically. I put in the work. There was sweat there. It was not just show up and write or sleep in the house. No, I actually put in the work. The midnight candles, I burnt it and all.
Okay. So wrap with this last question to know, what are the obstacles that you can face when working toward achieving your goals?
First of all is lack of motivation. When you do not have the right people around you, or when you do not have the right motivation, it's an obstacle. Okay, this right motivation could come as little as just the advice you get from your friend or the little capital. You hear some people say, nobody ever empowered me. When you don't have the right empowerment, okay, it could be an obstacle. And another thing again that affects a lot of youth today is procrastination. Instead of you to start today, say, let me leave it to tomorrow. Procrastination kills dream. In fact, it's the biggest obstacle, if I should say. It is something that you don't know is killing you until later on you now find out that I didn't achieve this because I was actually extending the time. Tomorrow I'll do it. Let's even take, for instance, off topic, the gym.
Yes.
You know, we say we want to hit the gym, but hit it. No way. Okay, you always procrastinate. So your goal of getting slimmer is not working because you've always procrastinated. And lastly is fear. Fear of the unknown. That's what my father will always say. Sometimes we are afraid we will fail even before starting it. That's also an obstacle. When you already have the mindset that I cannot achieve this thing, you cannot, because it is you that have to motivate yourself. Even if most times we don't get enough empowerment in Africa or the world, the part of world that we find ourselves, you have to stay positive. You have to be positive, have the right mind in you. Okay, fear is an obstacle that can bring down your big goals from 100 to a 0. So fear, procrastination, and lack of motivation are obstacles that we face in meeting our bigger goals.
It happens to, I think it happens to everybody, that procrastination thing. Because some things you want to do, but still, you are thinking, should I do it? Let me do it tomorrow. It's better for me to do it. Yes. That's the thing. Edwin?
She said majority of it. But I think one of the main things is doubt. Now, doubt from others is different, but self-doubt. There's sometimes where you have a goal and you start thinking, Can I? But I think that's where your preparedness for the task comes in. Your confidence in your ability to deliver.
Exactly.
So you just have to trust yourself and engage the goal.
And another thing is overwhelming yourself. It's also an obstacle when you want perfect. It used to be my problem. I used to be a perfectionist. When it's not going my way, then I feel like I have broken down. When you want something too perfect, it breaks. It's an obstacle because see, when you want to achieve big goals, you have to make some mistakes, and those mistakes are things that will bring you up to achieving better. You learn from them, and then you don't make those mistakes while climbing up again.
Okay. I hope a lot of people watching us today will learn a lot of things that we discussed today. Thank you very much to Miss Ngozi.
Thank you for always having me.
And to Basil Edwin, thank you very much. I hope you graduate with the first class. And I'll be there that day to applaud you.
My favorite
And
student.
I want to thank our production team, my producer, Jerry Etona Matiogbe, my directors, Richard Korofanga, and Christian Obanikwa, to the MCR, Geli, Solange, and people working over there, Prudence, Richard, all of you. Thank you very much for the great job you guys are doing. Remember, you can keep following the Youth Circle playlist on YouTube. Subscribe, share, and talk about it to people around you. The Youth Circle is broadcast each and every Friday at 11:15 a.m. and 6:15 p.m. And then on Sundays,